Yo, what's good, you sexy bastards? Welcome to StellaCrew Gaming, where we bend the code and break the mold. Let's get it.
Well, what is good, you sexy bastards? Welcome back. It is SCG with a brand new video series for you guys. We are going to be remaking for 2025 the BEFF how-to part 1 till probably part 8 again, like we did a couple of years ago. But we're going to be using obviously the new and improved method. Well, I shouldn't say improved. I should say the new method for 2025. I have noticed since I posted my videos back in January now, a lot of you are still having trouble. And apparently because I'm not answering every single comment, I'm not helping the community out anymore. So, you know, ignore the 80 plus videos I've done previously on BEFF. Apparently that's not good enough. So for those few people. But this series here is going to be a complete in-depth using NextDNS. So for me right now, I'm using NextDNS. I find it personally just easier because you just set it and leave it and you're good to go. You can do BEFF for hours and hours and hours. You never have to worry about it again. So as much as I love Archive Router, for me, I have been using NextDNS for probably the last 6 months for my own personal use as well as for customers. So I find it the most consistent. Once you get it set up perfectly, it works perfectly. So we're going to go through that here right now. If you haven't seen my previous video on this, we're going to go through it again. Like I said, this is going to be just the setup video. This will be part 1. And then we'll actually get into the step-by-step with multiple videos on how to do it. So what we're going to do first of all here is we're going to go over to nextdns.io. Let me just change my screen here. All right, so here we are at nextdns.io, okay? Now, you can create an account, which I would recommend doing. All you need is an email and a password. You can make it up, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. If you hit try it now, you just get a 7-day trial period. So I would recommend just create an account. And once you've done that, you'll get kind of this little part here. So I haven't signed up yet. So this is still the trial. So you can just simply sign up. I just did like a test.1234@gmail.com. You could fake it. Doesn't matter, okay? So once you create an account or did a trial, up to you. First thing we want to do here is you can see over, it says linked IP. Okay, I'm going to just scroll in a little bit here. Linked IP, we're going to hit link IP, and that's going to link our IP address. Okay, now what you want to do is go down here and NextDNS for Windows. We're going to download the installer here. If you are using iOS, Mac, Linux, Chrome, there is all the different options up here for different setup guides. So you don't necessarily need a computer. Apparently you can do this on iOS. I haven't tested it. I'm just using it on my PC. But apparently there is a platform for each of these, okay? So I'm doing the DNS for Windows. I'm going to click here to install it. It's obviously going to pop up here in the corner of the downloads. All you want to do is just install it like you install any other program. It's very simple. You just hit yes, yes, no, it's done. It's installed, okay? So I'm not going to show that because it's anybody should be able to install the program. Once you've done that, you'll notice down here in your system tray, you're going to have the little shield, which is going to be our NextDNS. What we want to do is we're going to go up here. We want to take this ID, okay, and we're going to copy it into our settings. So we're going to go down here again into our system tray. We're going to right click on the shield, go to settings, and we're going to paste this into here. Oops, that's not the one I want. I forgot to actually copy it. Here we go. Copy, and we're going to delete that out of there. We're going to paste it in there. Okay, so as you can see, 39C17E is my code. We're going to use that, and I'm going to hit save. Once we've done that, we need to go over to our deny list. Okay, and we want to add PlayStation. So this is it right here. It's np.communication.playstation.net. I will leave that in the description so you can copy and paste it, but np.communication.playstation.net. If we paste that in there and we click out of it, now we got to do here, there's all my good denial list domains, perfect. Now we go back to setup. So that should be on the deny list. Oh, why didn't that work? Hold on, let's try that again. NP, enter. Okay, we got to hit enter, my bad. So copy and paste it, hit enter, and you should notice a little PlayStation logo, so that you know it's actually working properly, so you didn't type it incorrectly. Now, last thing we want to do is over here in our setup, we want to make note of our DNS, okay? This is the DNS that we're going to enter on our console 2. So as I said in my previous videos back in January, we're actually cutting console 2 for this. I find this works the most consistent. Okay, so I'm just going to move this screen out of the way, and we're going to go over to my console 2 because we're going to set up the console 2 first. So here we go. I'm just going to move that out of the way. We can close this guy. And actually going to put this over here now. Oh, you guys don't want to see that. Hold on a sec. Let's go console 2. All right, so here we are now over on our console 2. We need to get this set up with our NextDNS settings. Now, first thing, if we are doing this on an account that has PS Plus, you do have to have another account that has PS Plus as well. All right. Now, if we're doing this on 2 PS5s with the PS5 edition, you only need one account with PS Plus, but it has to be the one that we're not using. Okay. Now, if you're obviously doing it on a PS Plus account, you have to make sure you have another account that has PS Plus. If we're doing this on a combination of PS4 and PS5, or we're doing it on the PS4 edition, then it doesn't matter because we're going to be using one PS4 as our primary and one PS5 as our primary. So it doesn't affect it as it does if you're using 2 PS5s. Okay, so if that makes sense. So if we're using one PS4 and one PS5, you're going to set your PS4 as primary anyways. It doesn't affect it. You can have more than one generation of consoles as your primary. But if we're doing this on 2 PS5s, then we definitely have to have another account other than what we're using with PS Plus. Okay, so first thing, like I said, we're going to do here on console 2, we're going to go into our internet settings. I'm going to go over here to our settings. We're going to go to network settings, set up internet connection. Then we're going to hit the 3 lines to bring up the sub menu, and we're going to go into advanced settings. From here, we want to go down to our DNS settings, and we're going to change this to manual, and we're going to select or input, I should say, those DNS settings that we just got from NextDNS. I've already inputted mine there, 4592, 28239, and 3239. Once you have done that, we're going to hit OK. It's going to connect to the network. I've already loaded story mode, or I should say the main menu on PS5. Okay, so as for GTA, I was already here at the join free mode section. Okay, now once I've done the DNS settings, I want to change to the account that has PS Plus. So I'm going to switch over to that user. All right, and we're going to go into our settings, go down to our user and accounts, other, console sharing, and we want to enable this. Okay. Now, if this wasn't enabled initially, or if it was enabled initially, I should say, make sure you disable it before you start. All right. We want to make sure we enable it when we're doing this. So now we can go back to the account we're actually doing BEFF on, switch user, go back to this one. All right. And all we want to do is go up here to our network, and we're going to disconnect it for this time being. We're going to disconnect it, and now our console 2 is done. Okay, well, it's set up. We're set up to go. So now we can jump over to our C1, and we're going to actually start doing the glitch. So as you see in here, it was suspended. That's fine. Okay, we're going to open her up, go back into our PS5. C1, we have done nothing. We don't change no network settings on C1 whatsoever. Okay. Now, if you try to go online, it may not let you if you only have PS Plus on the one account, because if we go here, it's going to say, oh, you need to buy PS Plus. Now, because the other one is already lagged out with the DNS settings, I can now, oops, why is it doing that? I can now set this up. Oh my God, why does my Steam keep opening up? Now we can set this up as, you're going to let me switch users. Oh, it's not going to let me switch users because I'm using SharePlay right now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch the user. I'm going to turn on console sharing now on my C1. It's not going to affect my C2 because it's already glitched out. I just have to disconnect my SharePlay because for some reason I hit the PlayStation button, it opens up my Steam. So I'm going to go turn on console sharing, and then we'll come back here. One sec. All right, so now I've set my console 1, and I turned the console sharing turned on, again, because I've only got PS Plus on one of my other accounts. Now, if this account did have it on PS Plus already, I wouldn't have to do that, okay? But again, it's not going to affect my console 2 because it's already lagged out. So I'm going to go into join free mode. I might still get the alert here at first. That's fine. Just back out, try again a second time. Should take us into free mode. Now, it's going to take us obviously into just a regular free mode session. If you have story mode, you can do this from story mode. This way you can just go right into an invite session off the bat. You don't have to go through here first. We're just going to do it quick, so I don't care if I'm in a public session. That's fine. We'll just do a quick little flip here. I just want to show you guys this is the initial setup. I'm not actually going to be doing any flipping of components in this one. That will be part one, or sorry, this is part one. For part two, we'll start off with our logos and we'll start flipping our logos. So again, I'll do a complete series again from the bottom all the way to the end with masks, bags, everything. So it'll probably be like actually a 10-part series, going through everything very thoroughly, obviously here for 2025. So I'll just do like a helmet or something just because that'll be quick and easy for us just to make sure that it's obviously working. But once we have this initial setup, it should work for you guys flawlessly. Okay. So here we are. Okay. So we're in our online session. I'm just going to go appearance. I'm going to go accessories. I'm just going to change my parachute. Actually, we'll just do a parachute. Oh, I don't have one. Okay, then we'll just do glasses. Let's change our glasses. There we go. We'll just flip our hat with this one. Okay, so there we go. Once we've done the initial flip that we need to do, we're going to go online and we're going to go into Rockstar Creator. Our console 1 is going to sit in Rockstar Creator until we are done on our console 2. Now, you don't have to do anything in here. Once you're in here, you're just going to leave it and we're going to continue on our console 2. So we're just going to wait till the menu pops up and I'm just going to hit options and just sit in the options menu. There we go. Now we can go back to our console 2. And on the console 2, we're going to reconnect our internet. So let me just hide this here quickly. We're going to reconnect our internet. Okay. Go to connection status. We should see it check the network and connected. Now we can go back to our PS5 GTA Online. And we're going to go into join free mode. Now it's going to give me this error again. That's fine. We're just going to try it one more time here. No, still doing it. Okay, it looks like I got to do my console sharing one more time. This is why it gets a little annoying sometimes when you do only have PS Plus on one account. It should have automatically did it, but I guess we disabled it, but this should do it for sure. So now we'll go back into here, go into user and accounts, other, enable. There we go. Okay, now we shouldn't have any issues. Go back to the account that we're actually doing the BEFF on. Like I said, sometimes the initial setup just a little bit of a pain, but once we get it all set up now like we have, we're not going to have this issue again. Like when we do go back on a C1, we won't have to worry about the console sharing anymore. So again, once we've done that, as our console sharing is turned on, we'll be able to just click on join free mode until we eventually get into a free mode session. Now, I haven't tested the duration of how long this actually keeps us in our console 2. So things like gender swap and stuff like that, use you at your own risk, obviously. I still haven't even tried it. I should probably just leave this kind of stationary and see how long before it finally kicks me. But maybe we'll do that before our part 2 video so I can give you an update on that. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. I'll just leave it sitting there and we'll see how long before it kicks us. I know the one thing is, of course, you can just keep going back into a session. So if you're buying Deluxos or MK2s, you can buy a couple. If you get kicked, buy a couple, you get kicked. You can just keep it there because your C1 is content in creator. It's not going to do anything. And you can just leave it there forever, basically. And you can just keep going back in on and out to a session. It's more just annoying. All right, so here we are now. I'm just going to change my outfit to a different outfit. So it'll change my hat. Okay, so I had a helmet on that one. Oh, that one doesn't like it. Let's do this one instead, maybe. Okay, there we go. Once we get our save in our bottom right-hand corner, we can just go back to our story mode. If you don't have story mode, of course, this is just going to kick you back to the main menu. All right, which I don't have story mode on this account, I don't think. Remember if I do? Oh, I actually do. So if you don't, like I said, it'll just kick you back to that free mode session or like the sub menu thing where you can pick just join free mode. So it doesn't matter either way, back to story or back to the main menu. All right, so I'm just going to pause this now and I can go into my settings again and we're just going to disconnect our internet one more time. There we go. Now our C2 is done. All right, we've already done our flip. Our CT is good to go. We're going to go back to our C1. And as you can see here, we're still, I'm just going to turn this off here. So as you can see, we're still in our menu. Now, very important. A lot of people are just going online too quick. You want to make sure you get the session restored alert. There'll be 2 alerts. So we want to make sure our friends list populate. Okay, they are. And then we should get 2 alerts that's saying it's going to restore. Now, it might have already did it for me, obviously, when I wasn't showing it, but you should get 2 black alerts popping up saying it's disconnected. We'll let you know when it restores. And then you get a second one saying, okay, we've restored. So you want to make sure you get those 2 alerts. If you don't get those 2 alerts, the second way you can tell, or if you missed it, the second way you can tell is that you get your friends list, okay? If you don't have your friends list, wait until you get those 2 alerts and you're good to go into a session. So we're going to go online. play GTA invite only session now, which we can do. And we just want to save our C1. So we're not doing anything else as far as flipping goes. We're just going to take our parachute off or glasses off or whatever we use to flip in our C1 to finalize that C1 save. And then just like BEFF in the past, we'll go back to story mode, go back to an online session, and we'll see our progress. Okay. So here we are, and we should still be wearing our C1 outfit, which we are. Perfect. Okay. So now I can just go back to my appearance, accessories. I'm just going to change my glasses back to what they were before. Get my save circle in the bottom right-hand corner. And now we'll go back to story mode or back to the main menu. Now, again, this is the exact same setup for PS4 and PS5, all right? You don't have to do anything different. You don't have to do the killing yourself anymore, waiting for the error alert to kick you back to story. This one works flawlessly on PS4 and PS5. I've been doing this on customers' accounts for the last 6 months without any issues. This is the way that works flawlessly, all right? But now we can just go back into our new invite-only session, and we should see everything obviously flipped. If we're going to be merging, we'll take it into the merge job. And then obviously we can do our merge and save the outfit or the progress that we've done, which again, I'll show you in part 2 / all the way to 10. I think it is going to be 10 because I'm going to do bags. I'm going to do, like, I'll do a duffel bag. We'll do mask. We'll do the full thing. We're going to do it one by one. Obviously, as you become more skilled at this, you can tend to do kind of what components you're doing. Excuse me. Or if you have other outfits with those components, you can sometimes do 2 or 3 components at one time, which speeds it up. But we'll do it obviously one by one just to make sure we go through it thoroughly. So here you go. So you can see my helmet flipped. Even I think nothing else flipped. But yeah, my helmet and glasses flipped. I got these glow glasses in the green. So we know it worked. So I can just go ahead and save this now. And we're good. Okay. So that is how we do it. So once you get the NextDNS set up properly on our console 2, we don't have to do anything on console 1. Sometimes you have to play around with that console sharing thing if you only have it on one account, but it will work. Now I can go back to my console 2 and I won't have to worry about that again. You know what? Actually, I'm going to show that. Let's just go back to story mode quick. We're just going to show it because I want to show you guys that we don't have to do this every single flip. All right. So if we do that, I'll go back to my console 2. This is going to sit in story mode. That's fine. My console 2 here now. We're going to connect the internet again. Okay. Wait for that connection status. Perfect. Go back to our PS5. Here we are. Okay, we can go online, play GTA, invite-only session. Okay, so now every time we do our C2, we don't have to do that console sharing. We just sometimes have to go back and forth for the initial. Like I said, it doesn't affect it because we got that lag. So C2 still thinks it has console sharing turned on, even though obviously it doesn't, okay? So that is it. That is easy. Once we get it set up, I guarantee you this will work flawlessly. I will try to get to any questions I can. Like I said before earlier in the video, a lot of people are saying recently that, oh, you're just like every other YouTuber. You don't answer the comments and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. I got a wife, 2 kids, a full-time job. This is just on the side fun for me, but I try to get to as many comments as I can. And if you guys have been around for a long time, you know I've got my Discord server. You guys can reach out to me. You guys can reach out to me on Instagram, and I'll try to get to you guys as much as I can. If I see the same question asked over and over again that I know is in the video and you guys didn't watch it all the way, then I might not answer because I've already covered it in the video. So do your due diligence and follow the video exactly as I've done it, and I guarantee this is going to hit every time for you. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part 2 and so on for the rest of the series for 2025 and how to hit BEFF 100% flawlessly using NextDNS. Appreciate you guys. Stay sexy. Happy glitching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.